A lot of heavy hearts at this year's Women's College World Series. It was on this stage last June that the softball world embraced James Madison, a mid-major that played its way to Oklahoma City. And one of the players who led the way for JMU was catcher Lauren Burnett, number 22 here. Sadly, Burnett died in late April, died by way of suicide. She became the third prominent female Division I athlete to take her own life this past year. The deaths of Burnett, Stanford goalkeeper Katie Meyer, and Wisconsin distance runner Sarah Schultz not only shook Arizona softball, they shook women's collegiate athletics.
It breaks my heart. It's terrible just because I feel like you only ever see the good things. You see like the Stanford goalie making that big save in the final, and like all you can imagine is, hey, she's probably on cloud nine. She's doing great. It breaks my heart.
My husband was someone who recruited Katie at Stanford, and that hit us hard. And now to have it happen in the softball community, it's just hitting so close to home that, it's important to not gloss over it.
And Arizona softball head coach Caitlin Lowe says that means talking about it, understanding that athletic departments now have staffing set up for athletes to address their mental health. Wildcat center fielder Janelle Miono did just that when she was dealing with an injury earlier this season.
I think what I really enjoy about them is just being able to talk to someone who has no idea what I do in my sport. Like really, he doesn't know anything about me in softball, and it's just a different perspective, someone new, and I'm just able to open up about everything.
Opening up for athletes is still a very new concept, one that many on both the outside of sports and the inside are still accepting as the new norm.
I don't want to say back in the day, it makes me sound old, but back in the day, you just toughed it out. Like that was the whole concept. It was just, be tough.
And I think that's interesting you say you toughed it out, because I think that's the way a lot of people see it. And so there's a negative connotation to the athlete of today that maybe they're not as tough as, say, athletes going back to when you played.
Oh, absolutely not. They're probably way tougher in a lot of ways, and I think we didn't have to deal with so many outside factors. Like social media wasn't a thing, so the negative sides are there too.
Even if someone looks like they're doing great, check on them. Make sure they are actually doing okay, and make sure that they're getting help, because I know it looks good on the outside. I know it does, I promise you, but there's not always that light at the end of the tunnel for everyone, which is unfortunate.